to have beaten, absolutely annihilated by the Broncos as well. Hey, Reno? But, man, I don't know. Maybe you're onto something there, Reno?
Yeah, just some of those centre combinations, something different. They come out. Look at the young guy they stood in there, and JTC, Woodett's not there, so I think they'll go hard out. Nothing to lose. But that Rabbits team got a lot of stars in there, and I don't know. I'll just go the other. I was like, I'll go the opposite. I actually picked the Panthers to win last night, and hey, look at the Sharkies come through and won that. So I've got to shut one of my work colleagues' breakfast on Monday. So I went the Dragons today, and she's gone with the Rabbits. So I just got to go with something different, because the season's been an up and down season. You don't know who's going to win. You just don't know. And they seem to keep their consistent throughout the finals as well. And then you got the next week's big games as well. So hey, but I'm excited about watching the Kernan, the earlier game, the Warrior women's game.
Yep.
That's going to be a hell of a game as well. So we saw the Broncos girls. They're sharp. They're too sharp and annihilate the Rooster ladies last night. So, look forward to the Warriors and the Dragons.
No, I didn't watch that game, but how did that game go? And it seems that, the two teams to look out for, certainly it looks like it's going to be the Broncos and the Warriors, because the Roosters got toased up once again last night. But, how did that game go there, Reno?
Yeah, the Bronx are just too good. It was 0-0 for a majority of their game, and until a couple of mistakes, and then the Bronco ladies scored and couldn't stop the number 7 for the Bronx lady, just plain sublime, the fullback. But they do look like the informed team against the hot favourite Roosters when they've got a few international stars to return. Ruan Sims, who accidentally pocketed, I think, her thumb, but she's back out there, and Isabella Kelly. Looks good as always and scored the try for them. But, that Broncos ladies team, I can't wait for the Broncos to play the Warriors women's.
Yeah, that'll be one heck of a game to watch out for. Now, I'm not sure if you've been keeping up with the women's game at all. Have you, Jeff?
I watched a little bit of it yesterday when Isabella Kelly got caught into that little crusher tackle thing. There was too many ladies on top of her. She fell on that poor girl. So,
it's every man's dream.
I mean, you've dreamed too much there, bro.
You've been dreaming a bit too much there. But, with last weekend, with the way that the competition started off, though, JT, you got to be honest, it seems to have, kicked off really well, the women's rugby league competition, hasn't it?
Oh, absolutely, Keith. I think, like I've said before, these women, they're pioneering a pathway for future players, and it's got to be good for the game. Females basically make up half the population, so if you can get, X amount of people out of the growth that the women will bring to the competition, to the sport rather, then that's got to be a positive for our game.
Yeah.
Hopefully, down the track, it's the size doubles. We get 8 teams in it eventually. In the not too far future, every team's got a female side, and that'll be great.
I learnt that the Warriors. The Roosters that they played last weekend were touted as probably being the huge favourites in that particular game, Reno? It just hasn't clicked for the Roosters, though, for some reason. Most of those girls in that Roosters team are pretty much Australian representatives, aren't they? But they just haven't been able to get it together, like how they weren't able to get it together last night against the Broncos.
Yeah, I think it's in total like 16 international Jillaroo girls in that whole Roosters team. They are one of the hot favourites. Just to go back on that Warriors team, what some don't realise, when the Warriors women team flew into Sydney, they couldn't land.
Yes, they couldn't land.
There was thunder and lightning.
Yeah.
So they diverted the plane to Brisbane. They got up there at 1 o'clock in the morning, had to quickly find a motel, and then had 3 hours sleep and had to leave the motel at 5. Get down to Sydney, get prepared for their game, had a few issues go on there. Basically 1 hour, get to the stadium, have a quick warm-up and get into the game. So that's doing it tough from that lady's debut in the women's NRL. So to win against a much favoured team, hence the reason why they're paying $9 at the TAB back here in Aotearoa. So people won, put money on it, gambled it, and the girls come home with the win. So yeah, they did it the hard way. They did it the real hard way when their flights got rearranged and everything all went backwards for them. So they come out and win against a much favoured team.
Yes.
As a credit to the lady coach, the team, and they seem to have a bit more belief than those bloody other guys.
Indeed.
But yeah, it's another game today. Hey, they'll take one step at a time, and let's hope they're there at the big grand final, playing in that, and can only wish them the best tonight. Some star players. What I like about it is most of the names that we're familiar with back here, we only see when they come out to play for the Kiwi Ferns. Right, there is a ladies' competition more so up there in Tamaki in Auckland, but the only times we get used to some of these big Kiwi girls that are playing is when you see them running around in the black jersey. So that's what I like about this comp, is you get to see them playing a lot more, and it can only grow. You imagine, for an example, for us down here in Waikato, the league is strong. So I'm guessing ladies comp is going to get bigger down in our region, and with the hopes of maybe one or two girls are making it through to an NRL contract. Look at Honey Hirimi, contracted to the Dragons. She was over here at Waikato Chiefs, doing a lot with the rugby. Got asked to come back and play league, and she took it upon herself, bit of money, and she loves it. So she's running around on the footy field. I think the future going forward, it's great. As JT said, 50-50, give the ladies a chance, and another stepping stone for some of these young, talented girls who are in the touch arena, can got the skills to burn. They can choose whether they want to go Black Ferns or go play NRL, So, yeah, the opportunity is huge. I love it. Into it.
What I love about it is that here in Gisborne, I'll just take this as an example. Here in Gisborne, we have got a number of young, up-and-coming girls who have been coming through the ranks, and they're obviously looking at, say like a competition like this, which is great, like the NRL competition that's happening at the moment. You can see a career path for them. Hey, that's one of the great things. And I assume that we've got women all over the country who are looking at, how this competition is going to go. Is that your feeling too there, Rino?
Oh, totally. Career paths for young, talented girls who want to get into the game and league. Look at the careers of some that have gone through to the rugby union and the Black Ferns and playing sevens. Massive careers. So this is another opportunity that's opened up, and I wish they'd taken it upon themselves to do it, because the world, I love it, mate. I enjoy watching the young guys getting Super Rugby contracts.
Yep.
For me, it's about travelling the world, playing around in these big stadiums. It's something you enjoy doing. So go back to the ladies, and if they enjoy playing contact sport and get into anything and get a chance to travel the world, make their whānau happy, proud of them, so be it. I'm all over this. So, yeah, love it. I was talking with Portia Woodman, and when your rugby career comes to an end, she's quite tempted to have a bash at the league and give it a shot. Talking to her and Renee Wycliffe last week. So that's what it opens, as others maybe think about it. And, wow, if you get Portia out there having a game of league, what does that say?
True. Is there a same feeling over there in Australia there, JT?
Yeah, 100%, Keithy. It's probably a bit more advanced in terms of how long the competition's been going here locally. I just want to touch on something, a point that Rino made. Hopefully, with the likes of Portia Woodman or other female women that play for the
Black Ferns,
the women's All Black team.
Yeah, the Black Ferns.
Is it?
Yeah, the Black Ferns.
Hopefully, the same barriers are not put in place with the women that were put in place with the men that were back in the day. Because let's face it, the rugby union always have problems with the rugby league people. But yeah, mate, Keithy over here, it's quite big. A lot of the kids in the juniors, under 7s, under 9s, I think it's up to under 13s that can still play mixed. Then they jump across and form their own team. So I know a couple of clubs I've been involved with, Southport Tigers and Narang Roosters over the years, have had young girls playing, and under 15s, under 17s, and then they go to under 19s, and then open women. So there's a pathway there up to the Burleigh Bears, which has been the top side here or down on the Gold Coast for I think 3 or 4 years straight now, and then obviously from there they move on to higher things. Ali Brigginshaw, who played for the Broncos last night, had a stint at Burleigh Bears, and a lot of those girls that were playing have all played for Burleigh Bears too. So, yeah, mate, it's exciting times ahead, and power to it.
Absolutely. Now, just a reminder, that game kicks off 7:10 New Zealand time, Dragons up against the Warriors. That's at ANZ Stadium. We're going to go to a break. We'll be back with more Full Time right after this. Tūranga FM.
You're listening to a podcast produced by Turangi FM, the #1 iwi radio station in Aotearoa. We play each full-time session on Turangi FM Saturday mornings at 10 a.m, where you can listen in live. Just go to our Turangi FM media page, click the main Turangi FM logo, and you'll be tuning in online. If you're in the Gisborne area, we're on the radio frequencies 91.7, 95.7 and 98.1. Now back with the Fools on Full Time.
Welcome back to our second session here on Full Time. I want to send another shout out going out to our sponsors, Racecrack Motors down there on Grey Street. Also want to send a shout out to the Verve Cafe. Now, I'm not sure if any of the other three gentlemen on here have seen the viral video that went out, that has gone out through Facebook, about the Verve Cafe, where our man Muru was playing the guitar along with our singing, I don't know, barista, I guess is what you could call her. And a big kia ora has to go out to, I think it's Jessie Kingy Beach, who posted up the video. Have any of you guys seen that video of the barista from Gisborne singing, I think it was Dream? Have any of you seen that video at all yet? No?
Yeah, I've had a look, bro, and very lovely singing for the lady behind the counter there. Great song, Dreams, Fleetwood Mac, you know. Players only love you when they're playing. Great song, beautiful, and good publicity, and mate, that's what the world should be full of. Love and harmony and vegetable rights and peace.
Yeah, and the thing is, that's the sort of vibe that they have down there pretty much all the time, down at the Verve Cafe. So big kia ora going out to the guys down there. Also want to... Well,
Keithy, if they're open nice and early next Saturday morning, I'll call them there and I'll grab us a coffee and I'll bring it up. Nice.
That's right, because you're heading back over this ways, aren't you, for a little while, aren't you, JT?
Hasn't much I told you, bro. I'm coming to take your
job. He's kept that a secret. No, he's kept that a secret.
No, back for a few days, Keith, I'll be able to pop up and have a chat to Kanoi, and be good.
And you'll be doing full-time next weekend here live on the studio. That'll be awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I'll do your job, Keithy, you'll lose a lot of listeners.
We haven't got too many in anyway. We haven't got too many anyway.
Not after today anyway.
Anyway, also, just want to say a big kia ora to, I don't know how many people. Now, I'm not sure if any of you have seen this, but we had a march yesterday, around about 10 o'clock, I think it started, and this was a march for, Te Reo Maori, being, of course, Te Wiki o Te Reo Maori. We had a march along the main street that ended up down at the, I think it's called Calvin Park, right next to the museum. And I tell you what, it looked huge. There must have been, well, it looked to me like there were 1,000 people that were there. If you haven't seen any video at the moment, you can go on to our Tūranga media page, and you'll just see a huge crowd. I mean, it was just awesome. At least 1,000 people, I would say. So that's that was pretty cool happening yesterday. Anyway. Moving on with, what else can we talk about apart from, I guess it's time to talk a little bit of rugby there. I watched the other night some of the highlights, Reno, of the Thames Valley game against Buller. I tell you what, Thames Valley, they look like they've got some young guys in their team. I'd say a lot of them came from last year, am I correct there?
Yeah, you are correct, Keith. Basically a very similar team to last year. They've kept the whole mould of getting better and developing every single year, and hopefully they can deliver that today against the mighty King Country Rams who are in town. So the boys will ride a massive day of rugby over in Te Aroha at Boyd Park. 6 games in total, and a bit of history too being made today. The first time ever in New Zealand history of rugby at this level.